In this lecture, we will learn about the floating point data type and how to work with it in Python. Floating point variables contain a decimal and can be positive, negative, or 0. Here's an example of how we can create a variable named x and assign it a value of 3.5. Let's create another variable named y and give it a value of 2.1. Just like with integers, we can perform mathematical operations on floats. For example, we can print out the result of adding these two floats together. As you can see, 3.5 and 2.1 are added together to make 5.6. One of the things to note is what is called the floating point precision issue. Notice that with the decimal that floating point values use, more information can be stored than with just a plain integer. For example, 2.1 gives us more information than just 2, specifically 0.1 more. 2.12 gives us more information than just 2.1, so on and so forth. When you round a floating point number to an integer, you are inevitably losing some information. For that reason, you want to be careful whenever you cast a float to an integer, or whenever a float gets rounded up or down to the nearest integer. Here is an example. First, we will create a variable named x and set it equal to 2.5. Then we will use Python's print function and pass in x cast to an integer using int with open and closing parentheses. When we run the code, you will notice that 2 is output to the console. In the next lecture, we will learn about the Boolean data type and how to work with it in Python.